was literally a case of somebody put it on the internet and said, do you just want to do roller derby? And a load of other people were like, yeah, okay, that sounds really cool. It was 2009 when it started, and their first game as Dublin Roller Girls would have been in 2011. They were skating for about a year and a half before they officially played a game. So, you know, it took them a long time to get a team together, to get enough girls to play and to learn the rules and to find another team to skate against as well. Like, they played in Birmingham, I think. Like, their first game was an away game, which is really exciting.
The way the game is played is that there's 5 players from each team on the track at any time. There's 4 blockers and there's 1 jammer. So the jammer is the point scorer. The jammer is the only person that scores points, and she wears a star in her helmet. So when the whistle goes, if you're a jammer, you want to get out first. You get awarded what's called lead jammer. That gives you the right to call off the jam at any time. So once you break through the pack, for your initial pass you don't make any points. That's your just initial break out of the pack. And for every member of the opposing team that you pass after your initial pass, you get a point. So that's basically it. The idea of it is to pass the hips of the opposing players. And so if you're a blocker, the idea is to help your jammer get through and to stop the other jammer by getting in her way or knocking her over.
It originated in Austin, Texas in like the early 2000s, and it was pretty much a bunch of girls, a grassroots movement where they're like, hey, we want to play roller derby, but we want to hit each other. And from there on, it kind of progressed more into becoming a proper sport. Like, the origins of the sport are a little bit more of a performance, and there was definitely like theatrical aspects to it. Like, there were pillow fights if you got sent to the box, the penalty box, and things like that, which we've obviously gradually removed as it's grown and become huge.
This is such an unusual thing, I think, that sort of grabbed my attention at first. I just thought it was exactly female dominated and kind of not very common, certainly not at the time in Ireland. There's sort of like a place for everybody in roller derby, which is a really nice thing. I mean, it's a sport. I mean, there's not many sports that you can go into just putting your hands up and saying, I know absolutely nothing about this, and they'll say, don't worry, because we'll just teach you everything. Like, you know, people come in and they don't know how to skate, so that's the first thing you learn, is literally how to skate, and then after that you can learn how to play the game. So there's a really nice sort of sense of community as well to the sport. There's East Coast Cyclones, there's the Waterford City Vi Queens, there's the Firebirds in Cork, there's Galway, there's 2 in Belfast, but Limerick obviously, which is where we were yesterday. They're popping up everywhere. You're out of luck.